What's up, everyone? It's a Monday night, and we got a nighttime West Coast time Fan Factions game. So, anticipating this will be a bit of a light crowd, but as many of you know, I've been trying to get example games for the YouTube, so figured when this one unexpectedly popped that we get it going. We've also got a little rosé, so just gonna have a nice chill Monday night stream going on. Um, Good table. We got Dongachote, good player. I don't know if I've ever played against Lucky Lucy, but 500 elo. And then we've got Richard C. So should be a good table. We've already got Time Travelers. I threw in Children of the Wyrm, and we just got Parrots thrown in. So interesting setup. We got Fire and Ice map, no Fire and Ice scoring, no Fire and Ice factions. Round one towns, which I'm imagining is why we've seen Time Travelers thrown in as the first pick, because for them, round six towns, obviously really nice, and no one else can really use it. But decently scoring track, I would say kind of in the middle here. We got both dwellings and both TP events, which generally is good for scoring, although the TP events are back to back. This isn't actually that great of a track for Time Travelers. They have the double dwelling event in round one, which is like, okay, maybe you can get out a dwelling or two. And then obviously the round six towns is great that no one else has, but nothing else so great for them. I threw in Children just because haven't played them for a while, don't have a video with them for the YouTube, and decent track for them, I think. Some cult rewards that are good for them. They like spades on the Colts. No, only one power tile, so we have no ship scoring or temp ship. If this was a normal factions game, I would have thrown in Fakirs or Dwarves for sure with that. But that's all right. Parrots. If this whole track was shifted down by like one step, so the dwellings were around one and the TPs were around two, I would maybe like that a lot more for Parrots. We also don't have the big building scoring tile, so this is kind of a weird, like, I just don't know what I would do in round one as Parrots here. I'd be trying to probably do a bunch of dwellings in round two, although this map doesn't lend itself to a dwelling spree really in the same way that base or fjords does for green, so it's not maybe so nice. So and then in 4th seat we have treasurers, who, like, this map isn't amazing for treasurers, but treasurers are so good. And actually with no yellow in the game, well, I guess brown's ahead of them, so maybe they don't get C5, but I don't think I can not start the bidding on treasurers, at least. I think they're just sort of in the abstract the strongest faction here by far. And we do have the big coin tiles, at least for them. Obviously they don't have the big building tile, which is also really nice for them from a banking standpoint. But in 4th seat here as treasurers, I mean, you could take the priest with the intention of taking Earth 2. If you open with the temple, throw that priest to Earth. Or probably more likely you take the spade tile and just keep a dwelling, find some important hex. If we think about the starting spots, we're probably getting Time Travelers, probably double middle, D8, C3. Children are probably like E3, D5 would be my guess. Parrots are probably C4, E4, and treasurers, I mean, they might risk D7 because unless treasurers take a big coin tile, I don't think worker power gets to Time Travelers, which means they can't open with a spade. So I don't know. Do Chash want D6? Also, what's up, guys? Scooby's Steak, thanks for joining the late night stream. I guess, Snake, I know you're in New Zealand, so it's not late night for you. Could Architects hit it on Fire and Ice? Oh, the round one town? Yeah, they could. they can hit it on, I think, every map. It's weird for architects, though, on Fire and Ice. They either have to, like, get a spade here and then build a bridge and kind of go D7 up through A7, or they can do it down here off of G7 going this way. Or there's even, like, a weird one where you start H9 and then build, like, one bridge and another bridge. I did it on Fjords once. It requires getting double dig and a bridge, which is not, you know, by any means a given, but it is doable. Do Chash want D6? Maybe? Like, I think it's one of those things where they would certainly be happy to get it, but I don't think they need it. I think children want it more, but even they don't care so much. The lack of temp ship actually is pretty bad for children here. Although I kind of like, I actually really don't mind children's spot, and I'm wondering if I should just, we've just now had bids on Time Travelers and Chash, so I'm wondering if I should just bid on the children. Because they, I think, have a decent chance of getting worker power here. I think treasurers are probably taking the spade. And so Chash then, I guess Chash might take worker power over the priest. The priest isn't that good for Chash. So maybe children end up with the priest, but I think even in that case, they have a decent chance of getting worker power, or sorry, of getting double dig anyways. And that means they'll get first priest to, well, either they get first priest to Earth, which would be good, or they could advance their ship, which actually for double dig purposes might be better. Like, the only issue with children here is if you start E3, D5, you don't really have good double dig options unless somehow, well, no, you just don't unless you get shipping first. So maybe as children you open E3, if you get the priest tile, you advance your ship with your first action and then try to double dig like B3, F4. I mean, that would be pretty strong if you could pull that off, even foregoing this cult spade. I kind of like it. Like, children, this map is not nearly as bad for children as it is for every other faction. So I kind of think I might, yeah, I'm going to go for this. I don't know if this is enough points relative to treasurers. Treasurers are just so good, but I don't really want to play treasurers right now anyways, so let's see how it goes. 340 factions and a 33. And if treasurers blow us all out of the water, then we'll regret it. I could also start on H8 as children here. I'm in second seat, which is pretty nice. So, like, the first one's definitely going on E3, and let's see what treasurers and Chash do. If anyone goes in the south on this continent down here, then H3 becomes much more interesting. But you care a lot about neighbors as children. You want to be next to neighbors, you want to build next to neighbors. Where else to start other than H8? I mean, I think D5 makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, you can risk it, although then you're also banking on not losing D6. If Chash starts C4 and comes to D6, then you may not get over here at all. And losing all of these hexes seems really bad. But we'll start here first and see what happens. Yeah, I know I play ahead of green, but if I don't get worker power, then I don't have double dig. If I get worker power, then it's fine. but I don't know if I'm willing to risk that. I mean, maybe H8 is better anyways. If treasurers start G7, then it's probably H8. But if they don't, yeah. See, this double center start H8 now is like not gonna have a neighbor anytime soon. So I'm pretty inclined to go D5 here. I mean, the annoying part is, I mean, the other option is, I guess, like, should I just plan to take single dig and not double dig? Hmm. Have to assume that Time Traveler's other dwelling is going on D8 here, creating this absolute giant center cluster. I mean, Chash very well could take the priest and leave me with worker power, in which case, all of a sudden, okay, maybe double dig isn't so bad. So maybe I should start on like A3. So at least I have the option of double dig. And I don't lose the west. Yeah, because it's not like I actually care that much about building off of D5. Okay, I actually think this might be the answer. We're gonna do it. I do need to get shipping reasonably early in this game with no temp ship and not planning on building the stronghold until round 5. It also means I need to be a little bit conscious of like what my towns look like. No, but see, Chash did take this, so okay. But so now I don't need to advance my ship in round 1. This is the advantage of A3. Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. I mean, I can always double dig A2, B3, I guess. I think the question is whether or not Chash are in 3rd seat, so if I don't give him any leech, then he's not going to take... He won't have enough for double dig on his first action. Time Travelers took TP scoring. That's interesting. Yeah, so the question is, do I just take single dig? Because I can't upgrade. I could... What I could do is I could just throw the priest to Earth right now. And there's a decent chance I think that I get double dig next round, but just maybe it doesn't matter that much. I also will get a lot more leech if I take single dig like this. And actually, Chash doesn't even have anything good to do with double dig if he doesn't have D6 open. So I actually do kind of like this. Because now also when treasures open, like Chash, with children, the 2 for zeros are just such an amazing thing. And now when these, I'll get leech off of Chash regardless of where they upgrade. I'll get 2 for zeros when treasures upgrade. I guess treasurers probably will they're probably not going to upgrade their first action. They're probably going to use their spade on c5. Chash should quit? Oh, I don't think he needs to quit. I think he's fine. I think he should, like, take a priest. Advance his shipping, build a couple dwellings. I mean, what's weird is, like, this actually might break really well for time travelers who might end up with double dig here. Although I guess his double dig would only be for, like, a single hex on b5. Oh, the goats game. God, I forgot about that already. Yeah, go back and watch the prior game for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about. We had a effective quit but non-quit in round 1. That was really annoying. So what would be really cool here is if I could actually get enough leech to get another priest and advance my shipping. I do not know if that is realistic. I need 4 more. But we'll see. But actually, you know what's cool here is if... okay, never mind. Time Travelers took the priest. I was going to say, if Time Travelers there had waited and had taken double dig, they probably would have put it on b5, which was really bad for the treasurers. That actually would have been really good, sort of all around. Okay, now I got to throw this priest to earth. Can't risk Time Travelers stealing that from me. So I guess my Cult Spade's going to have to go on like b3, which is really fine, because next round I'll just plan to advance my ship and build those couple dwellings. I guess there's a risk that Time Travelers advance ship and try to steal d5, which would be, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It would be annoying, but not like a huge problem. What I'd love to do is end up on the spade tile. That would be really, really cool. I do wonder what Chash is doing here now. Like, he's got double dig, but no real good way to use it. He can't even do anything with f4. Like, he's not going to turn it black, which would be technically the closest thing to him. Oh, wow, that is... That might work. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. So he throws a bridge down. Oh, and Treasurers just... Oh, Treasurers didn't even make him fight for it. Oh, come on. Just let's just give him the throws the bridge down, says, okay, can I get enough leech back to get double dig here anyways? And then Treasurers just goes and upgrades in the absolute optimal spot for him to have it. Like, okay. Well, now this looks pretty nice for Chash. He's going to get double dig. He's going to build a5, e5, and probably a temple. And build it. And then he's got a6 next round, advanced ship, and a couple more dwellings. Like, definitely shouldn't have quit. Okay. Well, I guess now I'm better off doing this because it's going to give me more leech eventually, and he's going to get the damn leech anyways. So, right, Treasurers also... Well, if I were Treasurers in that situation, seeing what Chash is trying to do, I'm upgrading E2. Like, having a temple on D7 doesn't help him, like, at all. It's just like, why are you giving a guy double dig when otherwise it might go completely unused? Or he has to take it inefficiently that's effectively only an expensive single dig. Like, I think we collectively could have prevented Chash from getting this double dig. And still done all of the upgrades we wanted to use it. Yeah, maybe TT uses it, but that would have been fine too. I guess, actually, okay. If you're treasurers and you think if I let it go to TT, he's going to dig B5, then maybe it makes sense to give it to Chash. Can see that. If he had that full thought process going through and that was the logic, I would be surprised that he came up with that, but I'd agree with it. Although honestly, if I'm TT, I'm more worried about B6. Or sorry, if I'm treasurers, I'm worried about B6. TT wanting to steal that. Especially now that he took the priest. Although TT's also now in a terrible spot for his... Well, never mind. Treasurer's just giving everyone what he wants. Now, this gives time travelers enough leech that he doesn't have to waste his stronghold action inefficiently or burn a bunch just to use it. Oh, he took it back. Maybe not. Coins action first. All right. Okay, time travelers. I'll give you that one. Although that priest is... Man, sending priest to fire when there's no fire rewards in the whole game instead of using it to advance ship in a game with no shipping. No temp ship. Feels interesting. Okay, one thing I have not thought about at all here is what the hell favor tile am I taking? And is the answer water too? Because it might be. I think it is. We've got double water rewards coming up. And this delay, I think this delay is going to might give me the spade. I mean, I can actually be pretty culty this game. None of these factions are particularly culty. Especially with time travelers opening stronghold. Now here's a question. Is this for water or for earth? Do I care more about more... Do I care more about more power right now? I don't think so. I think it's just water. Especially since if I get first priest to water, I would actually get back 2, which would be really cool. Now the one tricky thing is, again, next round, I would love double dig. And I'm in the same situation that I was just in where I need shipping to use it optimally. And if I set a priest to water, maybe I can send a priest to water and get the priest action, although I'm not getting double dig in that case. Although I could still build 3 dwellings, which is... I only have 4 workers. Yeah, 5 power priest. That's a good idea. I could do that if I need to. If the priest action isn't there, it definitely might be worth it in a game like this. One thing that's a little annoying is Chash, if they want to, will beat me to... Oh, 5 power priest to advanced shipping now. That's an interesting thought. Although then I don't have enough for double dig. Plus, if this spade is available, I want that spade. Yeah, I want this spade. If that spade wasn't sitting there, then maybe I think about it. It's an interesting idea if I... Although I waste all that power, then I don't get double dig anyway, so... Which is the whole... It's not the whole advantage of advancing ship, but it's like the big impetus for it. Because I would really love F4. F4 would be a really nice hex. But yeah, the spade action makes... I mean, if don't go away out of your way for double dig where you can get a single dig for free, right? We did see 2 copies of Earth 1 taken. Interestingly. Treasurer's not taking a income favor is... That's a big no-no in my book, I have to say. We'll see what Mr. Lucky Lucy can do with it, but income favor is just so good for treasurers, especially early. I get it a little bit more from Chash, who tend to be kind of points starved. And also he's got a pretty good path here. I really hope Chash don't find their way into this coins action next round. That would be sad. All right. TT's definitely in a bit of a rough spot here. I mean, it's so crazy with everyone starting in the dead center of the map and no temp ship in the game. It's just like everyone's already out of space. Or close to it. Like we're gonna get we've got to see a lot of ship upgrades here. Man, I'm wondering if I should be taking the priest with my first action. It feels so valuable. But on the other hand, that priest of water is also really good. Wow, treasures went straight for the ship upgrade, so he's playing for double dig, which I think he might get. So here's the question: is what's more valuable here? This first priest of water. Would Chash take it? I think they would because he's on cult coin, so he could go first priest of water. Although if I don't take it, if I don't take the priest action, time travelers almost certainly will. But I do have the 5 power priest option, which, like with the extra priest that I'm going to get for sending priest to water, I think is a good trade-off. Because you're effectively like 5 power priesting for 2 priests. Just said priest of water. You don't like the deliberations, Fatty? That's what the videos are all about, man. Come on. No, I think you're right. You're landing in the same place that I am. I do fully expect if time travelers. I mean, there's also a chance they don't take the priest, right? In which case you could get best of both worlds. But like, if I'm him, I'm snapping that priest action. Oh wait, he advanced. How did he advance a ship? Okay, I totally missed that. When did he do a 5 power priest last round for a ship advance? Time travelers? Okay, well I get best of I do get my best of both worlds here. This is amazing. Um oh man. Or I could take double dig. I could take double dig. But it doesn't really help me that much. Because I don't have shipping. Like, what am I gonna do? Turn A4 brown? Like, no, it's not worth it. This priest is way more valuable. Because it gets my ship. This gets my ship up, which allows me to build these two hexes. I end up building more dwellings this way. They did a 5 power priest last round. Okay, I totally missed that. Oh right, and I have spade tile. Duh. Okay, so this is going to be a 4 dwelling round, and that's fine. I have a Wyrm sample game. I actually don't. Not up on the YouTube. I don't think so. Unless I was missing it. So hopefully, if this goes well, let's look. Yeah, no, I don't think so. So maybe this could do it. We'll see. That's the rule. Has to be streamed and has to be a win to get shown up as the example games. Oh, look at this jerk. Right as I'm talking about. See? Don't talk about sample games. Ugh, that's really annoying. I mean, it's actually not like a huge deal. I kind of wasn't relying on that hex at this point. I'm going to use my single spade on F4. And then this can be a sanctuary town if I need it, or maybe I can steal F5. Like, it's not a huge problem. It's just kind of annoying. Was that a hard dig? Well, I couldn't have built it yet. I hadn't advanced my ship yet. I just took the priest. It was always gonna. I had to wait regardless. You know. I get it. I kind of, well, yeah, I do get it from his perspective. It's an important hex. It gets him to E1, gives him town space off of that. I really would have rather seen him go up through B5, but I can kind of get why I didn't. All right, time for the ship advance. You know what's crazy is Double Dig is still sitting there. All right. Thanks, Fatty. Yeah, I guess it's after midnight for you. All right. Well, so we've got C2 and the dig build on F4, so still looking all right. The coins action would have been nice. That one didn't stick around for me, but that's all right. One thing I should probably think about is like, do I build a sanctuary for water 1 or earth 1 for that matter? Hmm. Next round, I'm talking about, obviously. Like next round, I could build, especially if I can get either this big coins tile from the treasurers or the coins action, which might be there for me. Depends on what the time travelers do. He takes double dig or coins. But I might be able to build sanctuary and 2 TPs. It doesn't give me a town because I'm not going to build that stronghold until round 5. Right, gotta burn. That's all right. Nothing wrong with burning as the children. Okay, TP 5 dwellings and some really nice cult position after round 2. Can't complain too much about that. Coin situation's pretty dire, but I'm gonna get to pass on the one. So whether it's 6 coins or cult coins, I'm gonna get one of them. And then maybe first priest heir? That'd be cool. All right. I'll be right back. All right. Travelers haven't even gone yet. So this round, man, treasurers have so many resources. They just always do. All right, so I think I need a scoring favor. Coins action for time travelers. No surprise there. I need a scoring favor. I think I'd rather build TP Temple than Sanctuary. And save the Sanctuary. Okay, Chash took First Priest to Air. So one option I kind of like here. I'm wondering if I should hard dig F5. It's a pretty good hex for me. Means that I don't have to use a sanctuary town or an extra token, one of the two, to make a town in the center there. And makes Chash use a bridge to do this. The downside is I'd have to use a priest as a worker, which isn't necessarily like that big of a deal, in order to then build a temple. I also wouldn't score the dwelling. Yeah, I think I'd rather see if I can grab a copy of Earth 1 first, especially since time travelers don't have it. F5 is nice, but it's not crucial. I've also got a bunch of Cold Spades coming in. I've got 2 this round and should be able to get 1 next round. Maybe even 2. It'd be interesting to see where I put those 2 this round, actually. Leading candidate is H7, I think, for both of them. The really sneaky one is if I pass before time travelers and I put them on D4. But I don't know if that's... because it would still only be 1 token for the town, which would be very fun. And then the stronghold could ultimately go here. Ooh, that paid off. I got a 2 for 0 for upgrading there. That's nice. Okay. I'm a little short on coins to build this temple. I need 4. So let's grab some more power. Little bit of concern potentially with priest production if I send, because I want to send a priest to Air too. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful leech, thank you. Time travelers still are not threatening Earth 1, so I don't have a huge problem there. I mean, we're now getting close to the point. If I'm going to build this stronghold in round 6, I'm now getting to the point where I actually want to start burning a lot. Because with children, if you're going to build the stronghold, burning is production, so you actually want to burn as much as you possibly can before you build the stronghold. So I can start doing that. See, these leeches are actually less, I mean, they're free, so I'm not complaining, but they're not as helpful. The free leeches that are going into bowl 3. You want them going bowl 1 to bowl 2, not bowl 2 to bowl 3. But, alright, at least I can afford my temple now. I am going to go ahead and do all 4. And I think Earth 1 is still the right call here over Water 1. I think it's just more points and gives me the power. I mean, one thing that's interesting now, actually, is if I get a couple more leash, I could actually take double dig. It kind of feels like time travelers will take it. Like, right now. But if he doesn't for some reason, then maybe. Have to see. Wow, he didn't. More shipping. I guess I don't really know where I'm getting more leech at this point. Besides, time travelers would be the ones building a TP on C3. Which, like maybe he'd do. I mean, he scores dwellings and TPs this round, so he can basically do anything. Clearly is second guessing himself. Yeah, I went for it. Yeah, so it looks like treasures are passing. Sitting on 2 production holes, that's kind of painful. Like, that second TP actually hurt him. He would have been better off not building it. Especially since next round is TP scoring 2, so he wasn't even sacrificing 2 points in the pass tile, but I think I'd rather have a worker. It does seem to me like treasure is ultimately going to connect. Time travelers don't seem to have any interest in. Oh man. So Chash passed, which means F5 is there if I want it. I think, like, I want it, but I only want it with double dig. I don't want it with a hard dig. There's just such a big difference between the two. So let's see what time travelers do. I mean, I can actually. I can hypothetically get double dig here, even without any help. So if I do this step on air, and then I do priest to air, I'll have enough for double dig. And I think if it's sitting there, I'm probably gonna do this. I don't love sending 5 priests down like this, but they're in pretty good spots, and I don't have much else that I care about. I just use those priests coins next round. I mean, the other option is like, should I just be saving these? Yeah, you know, the more that I look at this, honestly, I could just use one of my cult spades on f5, right? Yeah, I think that's better. I think I should just use this on air and then probably pass. I think it's more important that I use all this power as coins, because otherwise I'm so short on coins. And I can throw a cult spade on f5 anyways. And then Dongachote to take it would have to do something really resource intensive. I think at that point he probably decides it just makes more sense for him to build a bridge. And I'm the only one with cult spades. No one else is getting these water spades, so... Yeah, see, and I get to pass here now for the 6 coin tile. Seems quite good. Time Travelers can't take double dig because he spent too many coins, so he might build a TP or something, but... Yeah, I think this is just a pass. These 6 coins are just so good for me. Or, right, I can do what I was talking about before, and I can put my 2 cult spades on d4 if I want, which is kind of interesting. I mean, I am going to run into a problem of this spot up here not having any neighbors. Unless I let Time Travelers get 3 ship and come to a2. Maybe that's the answer. Just like let him have it. Although, where do I put my second cult spade then right now? I mean, I could do something like dig d3 to blue. I'm not that worried about Time Travelers overall in this game. I don't like their position that much. Like, he's nowhere near a town. This stronghold is abandoned. He still doesn't have a temple. So I don't need to, like, take d4 to block him. It would more be like, do I really want that hex? And I don't think I want it more than f5. So I think I want that. But then the question is the second one. Maybe it's h7. Because, like, Time Travelers are nowhere close to this. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. He could kind of try to dig through here. Or is it d3 to blue and hope that this is ultimately a town? I kind of want to leave a2 alone. I think I want Time Travelers to come to a2. So it's either d3 to blue or h7 to brown. And I can get over here kind of anyway, so I think it's d3 to blue. And no one's going to take that. Time Travelers have no one. Like, he'd rather have me on d3. Not to mention it kills a green from Chash, ultimately, who I think is my competition in this game. I mean, treasurers, like, never discount treasurers until they run out of steam. But his snowball doesn't seem quite there. He's going for b5. Ugh. Chash getting that coins action is really annoying. Alright, well, I gotta take this because Time Travelers could steal it. I don't think they would, but not worth the risk. Now I'll just build a couple TPs. Maybe this is the round where I do the hard dig, actually. Or if, actually, again, if I get a leech, I could take double dig. Now that I got the 6 coins action, it's a little more okay to use these power as spades. I don't know what. Admittedly, I don't know what the double dig would be. I mean, D3 is one, but what's the other one? Wondering a little bit if I should be advancing my ship. To build, make sure I secure like G9 and H8. Don't have a great answer. I don't really have a good way to get a second called spade on air, so I think I just gotta settle for the one, which is fine. Let's just build. Let's just build the TP. Yeah, let's just build a TP. I think that's the most important thing this round is just building some TPs. I don't think I have enough coins to both advance my ship and double dig. Oh, well. There goes part of the argument for ship advance anyways. So mean. Taking all my hexes. Why are you doing that? Is that a hard dig too? Why? Why are you doing that? Now I probably am hard digging. I think I'm just hard digging D3 and building a TP there. And maybe another TP? I'm actually starting to run out of hexes, which is really annoying. G4 is starting to look kind of enticing. Maybe the off chance I can cut down through there. It's weird to think about my town space a little bit because I'm only going to have 4 tokens. So I could do something like token here for the northern town, which would only take 1. If I double dug H7, I could token there. Like token here and make a town like this. And then I can spend 2 to connect D6, E3 over to G4 if I get there. It's just like a weird... Maybe that's the way to do it. It's a lot of spades, though. That's 2, 3, 4, 5 spades left. And I still... And 6, actually, because I would probably need H4. Oh, that's kind of gross. Hmm. I think I'm just gonna claim D3 because like there's no world where I don't want this. And then I can build another TP. And that's probably where the stronghold's going. TT's going for anything on H8. Yeah, entirely possible. And if he wants it, he's going to beat me there. There's nothing I can do to stop that. Which also puts the H7 concept. Like, I think I'm better off just making this a town and this a town and then trying to find a third town if I want one entirely separately. Like, maybe it's G4 through all the way to like H1 or something. That could actually work pretty well. I don't think these hexes are terribly in danger. Again, it's just all up to time travelers. It's kind of where they decide to go. Like if he tries to push this way, it could be a problem. He just has like he's sprayed all over, but like doesn't seem to actually be caring about building out a town anywhere. Okay, that helps a little. Just spending the resources there as opposed to somewhere else. I just realized how tight this game is on points. Actually, it's pretty crazy. Maybe trip me, man. I think I did. I overly discounted treasures. I think yet again. I'm looking at what he's doing now, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's got a lot of resources, and I guess this town space getting blown up is pretty big. He's only got one clear one here. Oh, he might get it. He's gonna get it this round, so we'll see what he takes. So I think I definitely want to advance my ship now because then I can put my Colt Spade on G4. I mean, it's a little dangerous. Oh man, it's kind of a lot dangerous, isn't it? If I make G4 black, will time travelers just dig it? Feels fairly possible, but I might have to risk it. I don't really have any way to dig it this round. All right, I know I need I know I want to build another TP, so let's just do that. Hmm. It's not. It's not terrible. We've got good cult position, two clear towns. Gonna build a stronghold next round and get those towns. Even if I don't get G4, actually, I think advancing my ship and risking G4 is the play. And actually, you know what? Time travelers still might want to use their cult step, so I might actually be able to pass before them. Because I'm going to advance my ship right now. Oh wait, I've got cold step too. Do I care about this cold step? Maybe I forego it. I think I risk foregoing it. To see if I can. Yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna burn a couple because we kind of want to burn stuff, anyways. And we're gonna advance ship, and we're gonna forego the water 2-step if time travelers don't pass. So I have the tempo on them for G4. Because the water 2-step would go to air, which would ultimately result in another worker at the end of next round after another step on air. So it's like, this is a fairly big sacrifice, but I think G4 is worth it. Because I think if I get G4, I'm in pretty good shape to get another town. Oh, wow. Never mind. Passed anyways. Okay. E4 went his step. So, might as well take mine now. And then we'll pass on to... Actually, maybe that spade tile. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that spade tile would be alright. Probably just have to invest in like a third shipping, which would be a little annoying, but not terrible. Could be worse. TT, for as weird of a game as they're playing, they haven't even built a temple yet. Really been an annoying thorn in my side. Taking G9. Well, let's see. I guess he's not a thorn if he doesn't actually take G4. It's just the threat of it. I mean, I guess Chash could take G4 right now too if they wanted to. If they wanted to just dig it. Oh. I just had an idea. I could also put my spade on H6. I did not think about this until right now, but I could build a town I5, H6, I7, H8. There's a threat that time travelers take H8, but even then I just have to double dig something, which would be annoying, but I could do it. That might be better. It's less risky, for sure. I think we want to pass on to this spade. Yep, definitely best choice. I kind of like that. I mean, the question is, would the time travelers really forego the coins action to dig G4? He doesn't even have enough for double dig, so he'd have to either single dig it or hard dig it. That seems really unlikely. I think G4's. Man, I really don't know. Really, really don't know. Chash also maybe want G4 more. Like, and he's got a couple cold spades coming in right after me here. Like, I don't think he would double dig that, but he'd probably just go over here to like f2. But there's also then a chance that he digs h2, which I need for this town. Like yeah, I think this southern route is safer. We'll see what Chash does. Yeah, so he goes for those two. I mean, who knows what he would have done if I. Who knows what he would have done if I had dug d4 to black, but I mean, I also probably should be worried about Chash. Like, he's looking good. Like, he's got 3 town spaces pretty clearly now. Maybe TT fight down here. Unlikely. I guess I've still got 2 towns coming in too. So we'll see what TT does. Like, if he leaves h8 alone, then don't hate my position. I mean, unfortunately, I'm a little like I need to build some dwellings this round. And I don't really want to because it's a dwelling round, but kind of is what it is. Okay. So I think I want to do this to help with burning potential, and I think I want to just build this. And then my next action will be probably have to be the stronghold. The lack of water 1 is kind of painful. Oh, goats, or not goats, parrots went for fire 2. I guess he's already got earth 1 or 1, so some sense there. I just don't understand what time travelers are doing. So it looks like I'm going to get down to 4 before I build this stronghold, which isn't bad. Get to do a couple burns here. Actually, I don't have to. Just have to do the burns. And then we build this. And then we do have to think about towns here. I could take the 2 key. I don't know if that's the best option at this point. I think the question is like, if it would enable me to beat Chash on air, it might be worth it, but I don't think he's going to allow that to happen. And I think water and earth I probably win regardless. So I actually think the answer might be like a coin town. mean, if I build a coin town, I can actually get 2 towns this round. Did Chash just take the... Yeah, he just took the other cult town. I'm going to refresh this because I don't like this town sitting in the middle of my board. Man, he's got 93 points. Okay. Oh, our Churcher's going to try to build a town right here. B5, A4, B4. I'm not sure I would even terribly mind that. So much leech. Yeah, look at this. Cool beans. Okay. Well, I guess I'll throw my tokens down. I do need a town, so... I have to decide... So... The coins are not quite as imperative now. I have 2 priests that I kind of want to spend as workers anyways. I kind of still think this is a coin town, and then maybe the second one's a worker town. I mean, I really don't have terrible cult concerns. I think I'm going to use my water 2-step on Earth, and I'll just close them both next round. But that probably means I want to advance my ship this round, because I do need to get to 3 ultimately to connect. So I think a coin town actually does make some sense here, even though it's slightly low on the point side. And so now, if I build a TP, take a worker town, I can build at least 1 dwelling with my spade on I7. Maybe I go ahead and build the second dwelling on H8 just to protect it. And then next round, and I advance my ship, and then next round, maybe I can sneak down here and build some more dwellings, because it's a dwelling round, as well as finishing off this town. That would be ideal. Might have to build another temple to get if I want to build 3 TPs on as part of this one, but that's okay. Do that, either that or another dig. Okay. Love this Children of the Wyrm thing, where I can put this TP over here and not give leech to anybody. Take a worker town. And we'll be in good shape. Now, one thing I didn't think about until right now is pass tiles, which, I mean, treasures are about to pass. So maybe there's a world where I can actually stall out time travelers here. I mean, he's got a lot of resources, but doesn't necessarily have that much to do with them. And I got a spade that I can play slow and water 2, and I could build extra dwellings if I need to. Like, I can stall out for the TP tile. That would be really cool. So we'll start with... oh, interesting. So I guess... Yeah, I guess this water 2-step should go to air, and then the one next round can go to earth to close it. I don't think I want a 6 for 4. That seems like a little too much. Okay. We're going to dig this and not build it. Now, 3 for 1, probably do want. All right. So it looks like I successfully outstalled him, I think. Because even if he takes... Yeah, I mean, he's now got... Oh, I guess he technically might have 2 actions, which might be more than me. Well, I might have to take a power action. Oh. I might have to take a power action to continue beating him on the stall, but I will beat him and get on this TP pass tile, which is really nice. And the question is just going to be, can I beat Chash? I think it's the 2 of us. He's got a pass tile too. I think I got to build this dwelling. Can't risk losing that next round. Plus, I got to take an action anyways. But I think I can still build a good number of dwellings next round. Chash is pretty much the same boat. Both got 1 town left. I've got... I think I've got more coal points than him. Ugh. So here's the annoying one. I got it. I guess... So I think the answer here is actually a single spade on H2, since I know I would build her next turn anyways. Although... I mean, I guess TT could take it next round, but man, that... I think this is where we got to run the risk. This is where the line comes. I'm definitely putting myself a little bit coin tight here, but I think, especially with the ability to send a couple priests to cults for power, I think this is going to work. As long as he doesn't mess with me further, but I mean, he might. We'll see. Hopefully not. If I get treasures haven't advanced their digs, which by this point usually they have, so I'm not terribly worried about I5. Still playing, yeah, we're still playing. It's not that long. Game's only been going for an hour and 25. That's like pretty good. Just entered round 6. I think it's me versus Dongachot here. Which is not terribly surprising. Although treasures, as always, have a ton of resources. Although not quite the horde you typically see from treasures in round 6. But he's got a town coming. What favors only Earth 1? Well, Earth 1, Water 2, but I did not get Water 1. That was one sad part of this game. Freeze to fire from treasures. That's interesting. Oh man, I'm gonna get the coins action, aren't I? That is awesome. I'm gonna get the coins action. I don't know if it'll make me win, but it's really damn helpful. As long as TT don't steal my X's. It's kind of too bad I don't have Water 1, because I actually would. I'm probably gonna build like three TPs this round. Oh, time travelers maybe are going for a town. Oh, love that. Love that. Fire to fight the. Yeah, so he's going for a town, so that gives me reasonable confidence he's not going to mess with H2, which means. Hello, coins action. Yeah, Treasures opened Earth 1. I mentioned it at the time, like, I think that's almost always a mistake, if not always a mistake with Treasures. I just think that the income favor tile is way too good for them. Like, obviously, Treasures, you're hoping for Earth 1 later, but you can win as Treasures without Earth 1. Get enough resources. You need Water 1. I don't think you can win without Earth 1 or Water 1, but you can totally win with just Water 1. Not the best game for that, this game, just because you don't have a TP. Like, you really want that Water 1 with a TP scoring round in either round 5 or round 6 as Treasures, but it would be fine. Like, you can make it work. Okay, so I think I should protect this. I don't think time travelers would mess with it, but especially given its dwelling scoring, no reason to mess around. On a good scoring track, I think you can. Yeah, I do. You probably need a couple towns with no scoring favors, but I'm more thinking like on an average scoring track, you probably need one favor. think round 6 tab is overrated for TT. Yeah, I think I agree with that. So Chash just built G3, so I'm going to have to build H3 now in the hopes that will ultimately prevent him from building a town. He might have enough workers to find it anyways. Does he have fire too? Yeah, he does. So maybe this would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So he's got just enough even with the triple dig, but I'm going to make him do it. It's a ton of resources, and I think if he sinks that many resources into the town, I might beat him on network, which would be great. Yeah, I meant this one. But yeah, I mean, I think Treasurer's economy is so good that they can basically win without a couple things, right? Like if you think about it, it's like Earth 1, Water 1, 2 or 3 towns, and a high scoring track that you hit hard. You honestly probably only need like 2 of those as treasurers, and you can win. So it could be towns and a high scoring track and no Earth 1, no Water 1. That could work, I think. All right, time to start building out my town here. I do need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm a little. I might have to take. I might have to take fire too. I don't want to take fire too. Do I have enough coins? Otherwise, maybe. Or I guess if I use the priests as, I'd have to use the priests as workers or send them to cults for enough power that allows me to take the workers action. That might work. I should also get a bunch of leech from treasures up here. They're gonna build these TPs and give me, like, I should have a ton of leech coming in. So if I burn effectively as coins, I think I can be in pretty good shape. Because I need, let's see, I need 6, 10, 11 coins. I think that's doable. Feels doable. Need the workers action, but no one else even wants that. So, all right. Now with I5, I at least have the town space secured, so that's good. Be right back. Okay. So it looks like Chash is not going for the town, right? Yeah. Not going to bother with a triple dig. I mean, that honestly might be like the better choice for him. What's his network going to get to? He's so low on coins. Like, he can build TP Dwelling, sure. But I don't think he can build, like, Temple 2 TPs 2 Dwelling. So I think if I get all this stuff down, I can actually beat him on network, which would be really cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna send Priest to water here. I don't want someone taking this last step, plus like make these guys fight on it, right? Chash is after me anyway, so he would like win the fight otherwise. Don't want that. Can I afford to burn? No, I actually can't. Not if I want to save for the workers action, so. Well, although. I mean, I guess the other option here is double dig, actually. Yeah, let's just leave this alone. I think I'd rather have Temple for Air 1 and another TP. Oh, wait, I've got the workers. I've got 6 workers. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. For some reason, I thought I was 2 workers short. I totally miscounted. Okay, I think I'm in good shape here now. Because, yeah, I can build Temple for Air 1 and another TP, place these tokens. That gets me a town, and then should be fine to build another dwelling. Chash, I mean, I guess Chash could hypothetically dig that, but he's not going to. And then I'll have 16 structures. Or, sorry. Oh, 15 structures, but that's fine. I guess Chash might time me? No. Never mind. He has the resources, but not the buildings. And the hexes. Don't need that. There's even a priest town there for me. To take as the 1 worker for an extra dwelling, which is really nice. Yeah, so I think I got this one. Once I get this, well, yeah, because I beat Chash on network, and that's gonna be the difference. because he's a little bit below me on cult points. He's going to nip me by just a couple points on actual banked. But then I think the network's put me over the top. It's not a huge win by any chance. Like I'm gonna beat him by a little bit if I'm doing my math right. Oh, you took my priest town. What a jerk. Well, I guess I don't need to send a priest to Earth anyways now. So I was thinking about closing Earth just to get the power, but actually no one's going to challenge me, so it's totally fine. All right, let's do the tokens. Got to do those. Slightly better on cults? Is he? He's got 16, 20. I'm assuming treasure will pop him here. So it'll be 21. And I've got, oh, you're right, 16, 20. So he does have 1 point better on cults. So actually, maybe this is really close. At least I have Air 1, and he doesn't. Yeah, that's amazing, actually. I feel like I had such a good cult game, and somehow, yeah, you're right. It seems like he might actually beat me, which is pretty wild. All right, let's fix this town. And treasures have come on strong here too, but his cult position and lack of a pass tile are gonna. Yeah, treasure is passing him on all these cults. I think. Yeah, maybe I will end up with more anyways. So here's a question. You're right. I don't need to spend the priest, so I'm just gonna take the 11 pointer, and I can still build this dwelling. Treasures, I also assume will find another dwelling. Maybe not. Which would create a pretty big network gap. But actually, I'm going to be tied with him after passing. I'm going to finish with 127 also, because I'm passing for 12. So, yeah, I think I'm good here. We'll do this one just to be safe. Yeah, there's the dwelling. So they all tie for second, so that actually creates a huge gap. That's really nice. So there we go. Children of the Wyrm, ladies and gentlemen. That was fun. That was a cool game. A little bit of frustration with TT there in the middle, but I feel like most of the things that I kind of saw that game kind of worked out, so that was cool. Being able to play kind of culty, lots of spades off the cults, the timing of shipping, H5, just in the nick of time, saw H6 for that third town as opposed to trying to push through G4, which I think would have been much dicier. Children, this map is not good for black in general, but children alleviate the single biggest problem that black has on this map, which is you always want to start on H3, but for any other faction, founding a town off that spot is really tricky because you normally have so much cluster in the middle here that it's hard to find it, and you either have to like double dig bridge to H6 or triple dig something, and it's really gross. But children, all you got to do is get F4 or even D5, and you just need a token because they basically make towns like the mermaids. So nice. All right. Well, that was fun, and we got a children video for the YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, we're here. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed that one. That was super fun. Late night stream. Love that. Started what, about 8:30 or so Pacific time. So might try to do more of those soon. And until then, see y'all later.